Hello again. Here's where I left my last video. So this one is like a bonus, if you like if you buy a proper DVD, you get some extras. Well, this is the extra one. This is where we left this drawing last time using, if you remember, I used a Unipin dark grey ink, and it looked fine as a drawing, but then I've realised looking at it afterwards that all of the ink lines have kind of disappeared under the wash. Now there's some lovely things happening with the paint there. I'm not really worried about that, but I'm itching to have a go, and this isn't going to take long at all because I'm not going to do much to it except add some of this, and I'm going to use a new pen for me. This is a Winsor & Newton fine liner. It's yeah, it's black and it's a 0.1, so it's very fine. So all I'm going to do is to use this to bring back some of the lines that I'd actually drawn that I liked. Actually, I'm just thinking now, I don't know if any of you use these pens after the watercolour wash, but what tends to happen is that this is a 0.1, which is usually really nice and fine, and these Winsor & Newton ones are nice and fine, but because I'm actually adding ink lines over damp paper where the watercolour wash has already added extra moisture, what's happening is that the lines are spreading ever so slightly, and so they look a bit bolder. You know, they've got the appearance of something like a 0.2. So that's something to bear in mind if you're adding ink, especially one of these technical pens, over previous washes. Perhaps go for a finer pen than you would normally use, because the line does look heavier. If I draw a line looking there, it's nice and fine, but as soon as we hit the watercolour paper, look, it spreads. It's not bad, but you see, instantly I'm much happier with that. It's only taken me, what, 2 minutes to do. I'm not tracing the lines, the grey lines. I'm kind of going over, and I'm much happier. See, I realise, you know, I'll try these new things for me, but it's stuff that I know works. I should really stick to it. Now I'm looking at that and I've just made a decision. These lines now instantly make a difference to the scene. You can see the delineation of the various bits that I was hoping to achieve. Looks a lot more defined, appeals a lot more to my graphic designer's sense of crispness and layout. I'm not going to add black to this stuff on the far horizon because I think that works really well. What I am going to do though is I can't help myself, I'm going to go around not all of the buildings, but I'm just going to go around what architects call, I think they're called profile lines, which are the outer lines of a drawing, and see if this makes me feel any happier about the finished thing. And the short answer is yes, it does. Instantly brings to my mind that more of that definition. So we've got to come down here. To be fair, when I finished the paint bit of this demo before the weekend, I was that displeased with the finished thing that I was kind of half tempted to remove it from my sketchbook, but then I had a word with myself, and if I'd done that, I would be falling into this trap that many people fall into, and I'm guilty of it myself in my early days of keeping a sketchbook, in that you use a sketchbook to work things out, to experiment, and that's precisely what I did. Find a grey ink with watercolour washes over. If I'd taken it out, I'm kind of falling prey to that trap that lots of us fall into, as I said. Number one, of repeating myself. Number two, of setting out to make sure that every drawing in your sketchbook is a nice, pretty picture, and it works, and it's highly finished, and it's taken hours to do. There you go. So I'm much happier with that now. Let's put some lines in there because it's not a rendered building. Put some lines in there. Make that window a bit darker. There you go. Much happier. And what's that taking? 5 minutes with me blathering on. So there you go. A rescued drawing in 5 minutes by going back. And I might actually, while I've got it on the screen, look. There's another one that I did earlier, trying the much darker grey with colour on, and I'm not as unhappy with that as I was with this one. So there you go. Rescue mission accomplished. Over and out. See you at the end of the week for this week's proper video. Cheers, everybody. Bye.